What's up everyone, Vu of Vu Films back with another video, and today I'll be talking about using the DJI OSMO Pocket 3 in a real world low light situation, which in my case is filming a wedding. And I actually filmed two weddings this past weekend, one where I had to fly out to Texas, and immediately the next day at 5 a.m. in the morning I had to fly back to the Washington DC area to film another wedding on a Saturday. It's quite a ridiculous weekend, but you got to do what you got to do to make that cash to pay those bills, because YouTube ain't paying me jack shit. Neither is DJI to make this video. So with that said, as a professional who uses Sony FX-3, Sony a7S III, a7 IV FX-30, what in the world am I doing with the DJI Pocket 3?
Jasmine, here are the things I admire most about you. You are incredibly selfless. You are kind-hearted. You support me in everything I do, even if that support comes with an eye roll. But most of all, you love like no other. There's a saying that true love is when you care for your partner's happiness more than your own. Well, within these 7 years that we've been together, every single day, you've made me more happy than I could have ever imagined, and more love than I ever thought possible.
You know, seems clickbaity, that little wedding film trailer sneak peek that I did. I only used the DJI Pocket 3 for two of those shots. One was the high angle in the church coming through the entrance, and the other was a high angle during reception dancing. That is where I used this camera for, and look, in my opinion, it was easy to set up and it worked great and it looked great. No complaints there. It did what I intended to do, because without it, I wouldn't have gotten shots like that at all. It's just another way for me to get different types of shot, to add to my edit, to make my work stand out from the rest of the pack. Sorry for the weird cut transition to a completely different angle. I completely forgot to mention that I'm currently using the DJI Mic 2 to record this audio, and I'm going to just sync it to my camera. But I'm using the DJI Mic 2 as a standalone mic. I just hit the record. It's recording internally in 32-bit float. And during this wedding weekend, I used this mic multiple times to just hit record and then just let the 32-bit float do its thing to get good audio for multiple situations where it was, you know, private vows between the husband and wife, the officiant audio, the podium audio during the Catholic ceremony. I use this recorder as it is, without even attaching it to this, without even connecting it to the DJI Pocket 3 at all. Simply just turn it on, hit the record button, and just placed it where I need to place it, and it got great audio in every instance. So for professional use, there's multiple uses for the DJI Pocket 3 system, especially if you get the combo and it comes with the mic.
Whenever 10 years down the road, your 10th time, your 1000th time, whatever, they're still gonna be true. For growing with me, for trusting me with things you've never shared with anyone else.
Ever after, love is the experience of continuing to write your story together.
And you did it? Why? Because this is part of married life.
I remember when he asked her to be his girlfriend. A serenade was a nice touch. I think that's what happened.
I'm using it to complement my Sony cameras. I'm using it to get different types of shots that I otherwise would not be able to get with my Sony FX-3, a7S III, or if I could get it, it would be a lot more cumbersome. I have to bring extra equipment that are heavy. It takes longer to set up. And based on my other videos that I have posted, clearly the DJI Pocket 3 has great footage, good enough to be matched with Sony FX-3, a7S III footage in the edit. Is it as good as the Sony FX-3 or a7S III? No, it's not. It's a 1-inch sensor. The a7S III FX-3 is a full-frame sensor. You could have different lenses, you could have compression, etc. Whereas this is only a 20mm wide-angle f2, which is a f5.6 look equivalent on a full-frame camera. So obviously there's your limitations. When you need to get quick wide-angle shots that you can't do with your main camera, the OSMO Pocket 3 is a go-to. You can do a lot of different things with this camera. Not only can you mount it next to your camera to get Or you can put this on a monopod or a selfie stick and get drone-like shots in situations where you usually won't get a drone-like shot. Let's say a church ceremony or during reception dancing. You're not going to do that because you're not going to fly a drone indoors. And of course, you could rig up your Sony camera to do that, but then there's the risk of it being too heavy. There's fatigue. There's the inability to quickly get a reliable wireless image to monitor while your camera is up there to know what you're filming. A whole plethora of things that you have to deal with when you want to do those same shots with your Sony camera versus just taking this out, turning it on, and having it ready to go within a minute. So that is what I used the DJI Pocket 3 for this past weekend during a wedding. And of course, a lot of these situations are low light, and a lot of these YouTubers out there are doing all these low light tests. No one who knows what they're doing about videography is going to go out, film in complete pitch black dark. To me, low light is any situation where I have to go beyond my base ISO on an f2.8 lens on my Sony FX-3. In that case, base ISO is 800 ISO, and if I have to go beyond 800 ISO on an f2.8 to get proper exposure, that is low light. And that includes church ceremonies, low light, indoor prep for weddings, low light, and reception dancing is low light. However, what makes these footage looks decent is because there is some ambient light or lights that we set up that we can play off of to get a good image. You don't just go into your closet or go in the bathroom, turn the lights off, and try to see if you get footage. That's not low light. And even if you could do that, it's trash footage. It's unusable even if it's no noise. You need some type of lighting to create contrast in your scene, and that is what I use the DJI Pocket 3 and pretty much any other camera for that matter in low light situations. It is low light because the lighting is dim, but that does not mean there's no lighting at all, if that makes any sense. So those are the ways I use this camera. And there's a bunch of D-bags out there too who thinks this camera is all hype and like, why are people buying this camera? You know, they're talking about how people are making fun of Micro Four Thirds cameras and yet they're praising this 1-inch sensor camera. These people are dense. They've clearly been dropped about 18 to 20 times when they were a child and their brain is not working properly and they cannot think beyond a 1 foot perimeter outside of their little box. So there's two types of people who's going to buy this. There are beginner videographers, people who vlog, people want to get into it without having to do a lot of work and need something to just kind of help them film in good quality. That's one person. That's one person who will need a DJI Pocket 3. The other is professionals who use this camera as a complement to their main cameras. Like they would use a drone. People use drones with the same 1-inch sensor all the time and match it with their main cameras, whether it be Sony, Panasonic, Blackmagic, or to a lesser extent, Canon trash. If they could use a DJI drone as it is to get footage to work with their main camera system, then the DJI Pocket 3 is no issue. So that is what I use this camera for. In my opinion, it worked great. It looked great. If I didn't tell anyone, they probably wouldn't even realize that I was using a 1-inch little pocket camera for the edit. They wouldn't know. With that said, I actually did a little bit of behind the scenes BTS of filming the second wedding of that weekend. And you can see an up close look exactly what I was doing and how I worked this gimbal. And of course, a little bit of how I work a wedding day. That's good special action to that. That's sweet. Oh, nice.
Keep your chin up. One more time.
Yeah,
there you go.
There you go.
Move the veil.
Can you just look down a little bit?
Move the veil. Yes.
All right, there you go.
Unveil.
All right, hold on.
Unveil, Jasmine.
And then when I say go, look right into my camera, okay? Mm-hmm. And go. Let's try one more time. Mm-hmm.
Should I actually?
2, 3, go. All right, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Awesome. Hey, man, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Award winning.
I'm not overreading exactly. Yeah. I mean, overreading for mine.
Never seen you do that before.
Freaking YouTube douchebag.
No, it looks good.
It's 100%. So I did some low light tests yesterday during reception.
Yeah.
This like ceremony. So I got lazy yesterday. I was like, oh, it's tired.
Probably gonna get more stable shot than your actual gimbal because the sensor's so small.
And it's like double like stability.
That's what I mean.
My hand's not on it. But it was cool because you know, it was getting like pretty decent wide shot. So it's weird. Whenever I'm like rule of thirds in this, it's like dead center. So it's like kind of works out.
Yeah.
Like if I'm like filming him in like rule of thirds, look, see, like if I have like a 50 mil, right? Rule of thirds of him, he's in the middle in a wide angle, which is probably proper.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of works out in a way. I'm not recording that shit.
So Vu,
yeah.
Groom's mic is your recorder.
Okay.
The priest mic is my recorder.
Okay.
So,
but you left it at like 10?
12.
That's probably
He's
fine.
kind of quiet. But when the bride talks, you have to boost it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I think she has a custom valve too.
Am I going to remember this?
Yeah, you will. You look at my face and be like, oh, yeah, I'll give you a face.
And I'm like,
Why
what?
is he staring at me?
You're going to be like, no. I'm like, that's cool. It's a cool little detail. Have that? So there's a downside to A9 III. So global shutter sensors are notorious for not having good dynamic.
That's range.
The shutter, you know, when you take a video, it just
it's a whole entire image.
It goes like this. It just goes like it scans like this, right?
So,
and if it's faster, it's better. But this thing, it just does it all at once.
So that's, I mean, rolling shutter is the only thing that you get benefit of. I don't feel like I don't like.
Bro, like not gonna lie, I was just admiring like the lighting over there because it was like actually pretty decent like split. Because you're over there, like you had like a nice like diffused light on your. It's a good spot for like a photo shoot because the leading lines actually. Well, this is on 70. You see what I'm saying? Like you have a nice like, split light. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Except it's not.
But I didn't tell you that was about 100 shots. I couldn't get it in the beginning.
So you just kind of kept swinging it, and then.
In the beginning, I wanted to do a circle. And I can't draw a circle
with the fishing line.
Yeah, dude, it was like lopsided.
You probably need to be on like a ladder.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It might be outside.
When it goes well. So don't be afraid and shy to say, I love you. You heard one. Also be grateful for one another. Thank you. The second thing that Jesus says is that what God has brought together, no one should separate. That is very different. So that he who brought you together will strengthen your love and continue to help you to share his love with others. Now, since we are talking about love, we are going from Ryan and Jasmine are going to give one another totally in the sense of agape. In this ceremony now, we're going to do wedding celebration. And it is their decision. And their married lives start by expressing their consent, their will, to give their life wholly, without other conditions, to one another. We believe that God also operates in our life. And it seems that you sense that, and you want it to come to celebrate your married life, starting it with God's blessing. Now, as you also have already experienced, there's a difference between falling in love and being in love. Falling in love can be sometimes easy. It's something that
And we got like the beginning part of it and the tail end of it. Because I was in the middle. This guy's wild, man. It's really hard. So well, you got it. 360. In that case, I'll go up there.
Show them your love. Ready? Okay, ready? 1, 2, go! High five! High five! High five! High five! High five! High five! Thank you. Okay, shut the door. We're gonna continue with the wedding photos. I'm sorry, group photos. Thank you. Next group.
Say over here, he bought like a freaking gym dumbbell to work today.
Who's the gym dumbbell?
Right there, man. Freaking.
Oh, this.
Oh, say.
That's the only gimbal I got.
What happened to your other stuff? Bro, June can't send him a new one. Like, that freaking ambassador over here, they can't even send him a new gimbal. Man. What on earth is going on here?
I didn't ask for it. If I asked, I would. I just didn't ask.
Then he'll get stuck in Chinese customs and crap like that for like a week.
So mostly parents with the bride. Thank you. Next group.
Looking like he's about to trade hijacking a semi truck for some Pioneer receivers. Say Park over there. Getting them B-rolls at Say Park over there. With this Crane 2S.
One more, 1, 2, 3. Are you guys ready for a party?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so like this freaking amateur ass newbie, right? He put in like the mic into like the black headphone icon on the. Then he tried to ask me, like, I think, are you sure this is right? Like, you're supposed to put the mic into the headphone jack, right? I'm like, what? And that was with sleep. That was with like 10 hours of sleep. My guy got off the airplane and slept. He slept from like 12 to 10 o'clock.
Ladies on this side.
You did work pretty hard a couple of days before that.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. So like I was like joning on him, and I was telling him about how you put the gimbal in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And then like I was trying to think about like something.
Did you guys do the pair shot? Guys? Pair shot. Yeah. Pair. I think you need to take a one step down.
One step down.
And then Jasmine, move over a little bit. You have a tendency getting cold.
I'm liking this
put your
thing.
hands on your ceiling right there.
Random, just to test it out. Like,
Jasmine, ready?
oh, get that shit.
1, 2, run! Hugger!
I know. No, sorry, I can't. I'm stuck here.
All right, cool. Big formation. 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Is it fun to watch the? Yes. Oh yeah, sparkly, bright, yeah. Ha, choco, ha. Promotion and bonus for the end of the year. There we go. Good. Thank you. Good job.
Ready? 1, 2. Look at her. Look at each other, pretty much. Yeah. And go. Uh-oh. Hey, already.
We're gonna make out right here. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Kiss right there. Kiss. Can you button your jacket? Looks like you have my belly.
Oh, damn.
Oh, what's in your side? Something is supporting that. Yes, that's very good. Put your hands around her waist. Hand put in the waist. Your left hand goes around her waist. There you go.
Let the tree reveal itself.
Okay, cool. Do we have any turn sexy?
That was definitely not sexy. Like, that was straight up.
Keep walking one more time.
That was straight Filipino
3
farmer
steps
turn.
and then turn. Ready? 3 steps. Okay, just by the bride, groom, go inside, or wait for us by the most beautiful vice VP principal. Can you give her a hug from behind? We didn't do a up close and personal. Yes, yes. Yeah, placing her butt on your, yes, right there. Look at me, look at me.
I don't do this kind of videos, Ken. Like,
just cut out my voice.
And that's about it, guys. I hope you found this video insightful, helpful, maybe helped you make a purchase decision on your DJI Pocket 3, or, you know, maybe it helped you figure out a different way to use your Pocket 3. Whatever it is, I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. And until next time, line up. Hey, man, what toy is that? It's the DJI Pocket 3. Oh my God, that toy camera, it's red. It's actually a 1-inch sensor, 4K 60, 4K 120, 10-bit with D-Log. That screen, it's small, like the thing in your pan. You can't see it. Actually, this 2-inch screen is pretty clear, but if you need to, you can monitor the footage on your phone. The battery, it don't last a long time like me in the bedroom. The battery on this little device is actually quite decent, but you could even extend the battery with this extension. It don't have Canon color shine, and the gimbal, it play out. I but much better. Most cameras have decent IBIS these days, but nothing matches an actual gimbal. Let me show you. Hey man, this the cinematic Canon vlog. The Canon color shine is the best. Bro, why does the corners look like jello? It film it organic shape.